Hi, in this one, we're going to be talking about how to build the conditions for decision making in your programs that we saw in the last one. So, this is going to be a slightly different video, as you already see. We're going to be working out certain um, logics with booleans or boolean values that are true or false, and we're going to be understanding all of these conditional operators that allow us to build these conditions. So, let's just get into it and learn how to build conditions so that your programs can make their own decisions. Now, what you see on the screen right now is two variables. That's A, which is equal to 10, and B, which is equal to 20. Now, and we've made certain conditional equations or expressions for you to make you understand how to build these conditions. So here, the first condition is pretty simple. We're saying that we've got A plus B is greater than A minus B. Now we all know that this is the greater than sign, right? So A plus B is greater than A minus B. In this case, what you need to see is A is 10, B is 20. So A plus B should be 30. And A is 10, B is 20. So A minus B should be negative 10. Yeah, that's pretty simple. Now that we know that A plus B is 30 and A minus B is negative 10, we know that this one stands for, 30, and this one stands for negative 10. So obviously 30 is greater than negative 10. That is correct, which means that that is true. This condition is true. Now, when we say that a condition is true, it means that it actually works that way. In this case, 30 is greater than negative 10, so the whole condition is true, and therefore your final result for this whole condition would be true. All right. Now, the next thing would be our next condition, which is A double equals A. Now, what does double equals do? As we spoke in the last one, the double equals operator or the double equals symbol basically asks the program, is A actually equal to A, or is the value of variable A actually equal to the value of variable A? If it is, which in this case it is, right? Because A is 10 here and A is 10 again. So 10 is in fact equal to 10. So we write it as 10 equals 10, or 10 double equals 10, and this condition is true, so this expression would result in a true value, just like that. Let's move on to the next one. So in the next one, again, we have A equals 10 and B equals 20, and we have another condition with some added operators. So here again we have A plus B. So let's take a different color and calculate that. So A plus B, again, that would be 10 plus 20, which is 30. Then we have A plus B is greater than B, B is 20. And then we have the AND operator right here. And then we have A minus B, which is, as we saw in the last one, that would be minus 10 because it's 10 minus 20. So that would be minus 10 or negative 10. And then we have the less than sign with B, and B again is 20. So here, how do we calculate this, the truthiness or falsiness of these expressions? The first condition, which is this one, it says 30 is greater than 20, right? 30 is greater than 20. So this is true, right? So our answer here should be true. So T for true. Then we've got and here, which we'll just let it be first. Let's just get the truthiness or falsiness of all of our conditions first, right? So the next one is negative 10 is less than 20, positive 20, which is again true. So what we do is we get the truthiness of this, and that is basically false. Sorry, that is true. Correct? So we've got two true conditions, and what this whole condition, this condition as a whole, includes the and. So what this whole condition says is that return a final true value only if this condition and this condition are true, which in this case is true. So True and true gives you a final true value. Similarly, let's go on to the next one. Now, in the next one, we have our not operator. We have the and operator. We have two greater than signs as well. So let's take each condition one by one. So the first condition we'll be taking is this one, and then we'll be taking this one, and then we'll be taking the whole logical or conditional statement. In this case, we've got A is greater than B as our first condition. So is A greater than B? Yeah, sorry, no, because A is 10 and B is 20. So 10 is less than 20. So this condition is false, right? And in the other case right here, where B is 20 and A is 10, you know that 20 is greater than 10, right? 20 is greater than 10. So our condition is true. So this condition would just be a true condition. Now, you've got a not value here, but you don't have anything here. So you really wouldn't worry too much about that. Let's take a look at the value on the left side. So what does a not operator do? A not operator basically just flips your true into a false and false into a true. So in this case, what we have is we have not false. Yeah, we've got not false, which makes it true. So finally, this condition would have a final value of true, and this condition has a final value of true. And as we looked at it in the last one, true and true gives you a final true. Yeah. So always remember that the not operator will always negate whatever it is preceded with, or sorry, succeeded with, right? So anything that comes after a not is always going to be negated. So not false would be true and not true would be false. Let's move on to the next example. Now, in the next example, we've got again a equals 10, b equals 20, and here we've got some mathematical calculations going on. So, first off, we have a multiplied by b. So, that would be 10 multiplied by 20, which is 200. Then we have b divided by a. So, that is 20 divided by 10, which is, sorry, 2. Then we have an or, and then we have a condition A is greater than B. We'll take a look at the conditions in just a bit. So first off, let's segregate our conditions. In this case, we have one condition, which is this whole thing right here, this whole expression right here, the other condition, which is this whole expression, and the final condition, which is all of these together. So let's take them one by one. Let's take the first condition right here, the second condition right here, and finally the third condition right here. So looking at the first condition, we've got A times B, which is 200, is greater than 2, which is obviously true because 200 is a greater value than 2. So in this case, this condition, the first condition, would give us a true value or a true answer or a true result. Then the second condition, this says A is greater than B. So is A greater than B? Nope, A is not greater than B because A is 10 and B is 20. So 10 is always less than 20, and therefore this condition is going to be F for false, right? And finally, we've got the whole equation. In the case of our whole equation or the complete equation, we've got a true or, so let me use this. So we've got true or we've got false. So we need to consider either of these two. So what happens when you're using the or operator is that if either of the two conditions is true, it's going to return a true final value. So in this case, our final value is going to be true. Why? Because It's either true or false. So if it's true or false, it'll always return true. But in a case where this was also false and this was also false, right? So if it was false or false, then this condition would return a false value. But for now, what you need to know is that we just have a true value because it's true or false, T or F. And whenever it's T or F, it's always going to return a T. If it's going to be a T or T, it's always again going to return a T or a true value. Finally, for our last example, let's take a look at this. So again, we've got the two variables A and B. A is 10, B is 20. And again, the first thing we notice here is we've got the not operator, but we'll start solving the equation from the middle of it, right? So let's take a look at what conditions do we have here. The first condition that I see here is this one, that is A plus B is greater than 100. And then the second condition I see here is this one. So let's take a look at how to solve these. Let's take the first condition that's right here. So is A plus B actually greater than 100? A plus B here is 10 plus 20, which is 30. And is 30 greater than 100? It's not. So this is going to give us a false value. The next one is this condition, B equals 50. So as we spoke about it, the double equals symbol basically asks your program whether B is actually equal to 50. In this case, you can see that B's value is 20 and it is not equal to 50. So this condition again is false. Now, since both the conditions here are false and we have an AND operator here, so what we have is false and false. So what does this mean? When you're using the AND operator, the condition is always going to return a true value only if you have a true and true condition. Even if there's one false or both of them are false, it always returns a false conditions. False condition. So in this case, false and false would return a false value. Yep. So once that's done, once we know that we've solved the inner conditions, let's move on to the final one, which is the not on the outside right here. So what does not false mean? Just as we saw in the previous example, not false is true because not is basically going to flip this false into a true. So not false is going to finally give us a true value. This is all about the logic behind these conditions and just, warming you up with using and thinking about these Boolean values that are true and false so that we can use the or, not, and, equals, less than equals, greater than equals, and every other logical operator that we learned about right now to build amazing conditions that help our program make or take rule-based decisions. So if you've got any questions about this, just put them down in the comments. I'll be more than happy to get back to you because I believe this was by far the most complicated topic that we've been through, and it's okay to have questions. In fact, it's great to have questions. So I'd be more than happy to address your questions. And until then, just build certain conditions for yourself. I'll be putting some in the course exercises and move on to the next video because in the next video, we're actually going to be coding out a lot of these conditions and doing a small project as well in this section to help you understand the if-else construct, building conditions, and how to allow your program to make rule-based decisions. Until then, just have fun and I'll see you in the next one.